Hey friends, so the other day I was supposed to go and pick up 3 bookcases, $15 each, pretty good price, all the way in Wright City, which is like, I don't know, 30-minute, 40-minute drive away. And of course my car is not big enough for even maybe one of these bookcases, let alone all 3. So I asked a friend, like, yo, can you basically lend me your car? And he's like, sure, we can, go up Friday afternoon. I'm like, all right, that sounds awesome. And I let the seller know, this is off of Facebook Marketplace, and like the night before, really late, they're like, oh, sorry, can you pick it up next week? I am not usually good at pivoting, or like, when your plans are wrecked, doing new plans. I can do it sometimes. But I figured, I already have this friend who's gonna help me, and I just figured, well, maybe I could just go to some used furniture stores in town, drive around, try to pick something up, because I have this giant car right now, and I don't want to have to inconvenience my friend to reschedule this. Well, we went to 3 different used furniture places. One was just a junk place, and the other 2 were for people with eclectic tastes, I guess. But point being, I didn't find anything at either of those. And so we ended up at IKEA. And this dear friend, he just bullied me into buying an IKEA bookcase. More expensive, obviously, than used, but I got a bookcase. And I was having such a hard time deciding, how, do I keep looking on Marketplace? There's a few more places I could look. I could look at Savers. There's a place called St. Louis Junk Warehouse. I could look there. And I was just working with so much data in my head. Just does it need to be used? Can I buy one new? Oh, look, there's one listed at Walmart that is pretty much exactly what I want. And they would ship it to me. But my dear friend, he was like, he knew I wanted a bookcase, and he's like, we are standing in front of unassembled bookcases that you can buy right now. And so I mentioned all this to my therapist, and her suggestion next time was to ask myself, okay, what is the important thing here? What are my priorities? Is it a huge thing that the bookcase has to be secondhand? Is it the end of the world if it's not? Is it a thing where, my budget is severely limited? Is that the most important thing? Is getting something for $30, $40 or less? The IKEA bookcase was $80, by the way. And a lot of the used ones on Facebook are around $20 or $30. And she also told me, ask yourself what the worst case scenario is. So for buying the IKEA bookcase, the worst case would be okay, I buy it, I assemble it, I absolutely hate it, for some reason I can't return it, I can always sell it or donate it, I'm out $80. That is the worst case scenario, which is not a bad worst case. So I feel like this is definitely something I'm going to have to look out for in the future, and I think it's going to be really helpful. It's an executive function problem when you can't make up your mind about something. And up until recently, I just kind of thought oh, it's just, there's so much going on in my head, and it's a lot of data. And, it's kind of normal if your computer has too much data that it's trying to process, it gets a little slow, Although, in my case, I don't get slow, I get paralyzed. So, yeah. And there's a hint for all you guys if you have problems with executive functioning, think about what are the important things here. And for me, it was the important thing is that I get a damn bookcase. Like, I'm not so strapped for cash that I can't spend $80 on a bookcase that I might keep for several years. And I just mostly need storage space in my room, and I need shelves. And I have a way to transport the shelves with me right here, right now. So that would have been the priority. And, getting a secondhand one, it's nice. Saving something from a landfill or whatever, saving a little bit of money, that's nice. But that wasn't the most important thing. So, yeah.